Right now at 10, La Crosse leaders debate an ordinance to ban public camping. And a Minnesota community faces a critical EMT shortage. Plus, a big win for Wisconsin's growing biohealth technology sector.
We're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off tonight. An update now in the deadly house fire that claimed 6 lives in Necedah. De Pere Church St. Mark Ministries have released the names of the victims. In a Facebook post, the church said the people killed in the fire were Lena and Mercy Hensenlin, Steve and Lydia Whitty, and Chris and Stella Cool. Steve Whitty was a pastor, according to the post. A GoFundMe page has been set up for the families of the victims. You can find that on our digital platforms. A Toma man will spend 17 years in prison for a 2023 shooting. Today, 24-year-old Crimson Perea was sentenced to 17 years in prison and another 10 years under DOC supervision. According to the Monroe County DA, he pleaded guilty to first-degree reckless injury with the use of a weapon and aggravated battery in May. Perea is accused of shooting someone 2 times before being disarmed by the victim last year in Sparta. The victim was able to escape alive. Charges have been filed against the Clark County patrol sergeant accused of child sex crimes. 38-year-old Jeremy Chapman faces 4 felony charges, including child sexual exploitation and child enticement. According to the criminal complaint, he's accused of blackmailing a 16-year-old girl into sending him nude photographs through social media last winter. Chapman allegedly coerced the child in numerous ways, posing as multiple different people and allegedly offering the victim money for explicit photos. He also mentioned threats of rape and threatened to share the photos with students and teachers at her school. A judge ordered both a $2,500 cash bond and a $10,000 signature bond, both of which have been posted. Chapman is ordered to have no contact with the victim, and he has a pretrial conference scheduled for August 21st. Pettibone Park is now completely closed. In a release today, officials with the Parks Department said access to the park is barricaded until further notice due to high water and safety concerns. When the park reopens, we'll let you know on air and on our digital platforms. The road into Goose Island Campground is also shut down due to flooding. The entire stretch of County GI starting at Highway 35 is closed. According to the National Weather Service, the Mississippi River in La Crosse is expected to reach a flood stage of 15 feet by the middle of the week, just shy of a major flooding category. The La Crosse County Highway Department urges the public not to try and drive over any flooded roads. Well, a rainy, overcast day all day today, Greg. It was rainy, but hopefully we do have a little bit of sunshine coming through tomorrow.
We definitely have some sunshine for tomorrow, but unfortunately the rain has made some difference. If you look at the rivers we just mentioned, it's almost at 15 feet right now in La Crosse. It will peak tomorrow, crest, and then slowly fall. Now, McGregor has changed a little bit. That crest has come up given the recent rainfall and an influx of the Wisconsin River going on there, and that probably will change again given the amount of precipitation. There's the mountain that we saw in the last 24 hours. Some areas in that red are above 2.5 inches, even higher as you go further south. So this all will go into the Mississippi, but it's going to be further south of La Crosse. So that's the good news. Unfortunately, we do have a flood warning for the Kickapoo due to this recent rains near Ontario. That is going to rise up to about 17.5 late tonight and then begin to fall. Right now, it's still sitting at 15.2. So that's really the one to keep an eye on. Otherwise, tomorrow, plenty of sun in the morning. Those rain showers pretty much will taper off here later tonight. Plenty of sun to wake up for Eau Claire, getting back up to 80 with that west wind. So nice conditions for once. There's all the precipitation. It is pushing east. A few showers remain, but for the most time area tonight, we'll just see decreasing cloud cover as we go throughout the night. A few showers lingering probably to about 1 to 2 for most areas, but otherwise we should be good. Later on, we'll kind of break down what we're expecting for the 4th of July coming up, which we do have more, unfortunately, more precipitation on the way, and then some cooler conditions too on the way. So we'll break that all down a bit later in the broadcast.
Hey, tomorrow's looking good. We'll take that.
Tomorrow is looking great. That's the good news.
Awesome. Thank you, Greg. Last Friday, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in favor of public camping bans, opening the door for local officials to create similar laws. The ruling is getting mixed reaction from local leaders. While some see the decision as a helpful policy tool, others worry about its impact on the area's unsheltered community. City Council member Aaron Goggin says the ruling gives the city more options. Goggin has been an advocate for the bans and says they help keep the unsheltered community safe. But those who work closely with the unhoused say the bans make it harder to get people resources.
And now that there's a ban, it's hard to find these people and get them resources. So it's almost taking away from people being able to get to the end result of being housed or getting the help that they need.
Other advocates add that landlords often look at an applicant's criminal record and that giving citations will just make it harder for people to find housing later. Tonight, La Crosse's Judiciary and Administration Committee heard discussion on a proposal to restrict camping on city property. The proposed ordinance would set a 12-hour time limit on all camping. After 12 hours in one location, individuals would be required to move 500 feet or get a ticket. Committee members listened to people on both sides of the issue, including city officials, police officers, and homeless advocates. Mayor Mitch Reynolds spoke in support of the legislation, which he presented as a public health and safety necessity. The committee voted not to approve the ordinance, with 3 votes against, 2 votes in favor, and 1 abstention. However, their decision is non-binding. Next Thursday, the ordinance will go on to Common Council, which has the final say on whether it becomes law. Moving now closer to home, Representative Jill Billings in La Crosse today encouraging the community to vote no on 2 constitutional amendment questions on the next primary ballot. Billings, along with small business owners, expressed opposition to Amendments 1 and 2 that will be on August 13th's ballot. Amendment 1 says the legislature is not allowed to choose someone to represent them when giving out funding, and Amendment 2 will prohibit the governor from allocating monies without approval from the legislature. Billings says giving the legislature sole power over critical funding would delay getting small businesses the relief they need in times of crisis.
If these constitutional amendments would pass, that would stop our ability to address those situations where we know we need swift action by state government.
La Crosse business Vision of Light Stained Glass and nonprofit Black expressed their support of voting no on the 2 amendments. Senator Tammy Baldwin is celebrating new investments in Wisconsin's biohealth technology hub. Today, Baldwin announced the Badger State will receive $49 million in federal funding for the growing sector. Wisconsin was one of 12 states selected to receive federal grants as part of the Regional Tech Hub program. As of 2022, Wisconsin's biohealth sector employed over 50,000 people and accounted for $32 billion in economic activity. First responders play a life and death role in their communities, but many rural areas face a shortage of emergency personnel. Coming up, we'll tell you how volunteers are helping one Minnesota town overcome its EMT crisis.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
How much I weigh is nobody's business.
But Eric Hovde wants to make it his.
Eric Hovde thinks that if you're overweight, insurance companies should charge you more.
There should be consequences to those personal choices. Fine, you want to do that? Your health care is going to cost more.
How insulting is that?
Hovde would increase healthcare costs for 1 out of every 3 people in Wisconsin.
Eric Hovde, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
I'm coming to you live from Wisconsin, where the Wisconsin Lottery's newest scratch game is taking over. Let me tell you, this is big. Are you getting this? It's Winning Streak, a brand new $10 scratch game. Match any of your numbers to winning numbers or reveal 3 identical numbers in a row. You could win up to $100,000. So cool. Now available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Do you know where your money's going? Ultra's online and mobile banking gives you instant access to your accounts and makes managing your finances easy. Halfway around the world or at your local neighborhood shop, no need to visit a branch to deposit checks, transfer money, or open new accounts. All of those and more are available right at your fingertips. Check your spending, make loan payments, and send money to your friends and family. Convenient banking that gives you control of your finances. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
A Minnesota community is facing an EMT shortage. Altura Ambulance currently is struggling to find more staff, and News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall is learning why it's been a challenge for them. Jeremy.
Emily, according to Altura Ambulance Director Jessica Romine, this situation happens every 4 to 5 years. The department struggles to get volunteers because of its small population. With the shortage of staffing, residents say emergencies have become even scarier events.
Ron Ruoff and his wife grew up in Altura. For more than 60 years, they've called it home. They're concerned how the EMT staffing shortage will impact response times.
I don't think in a serious situation, 20 minutes, I'm going to live through it. I would very much so like to see that these rural areas get to keep their services.
For Altura Ambulance, staffing is an ongoing issue. Director Jessica Romine says it comes in waves.
People that are really excited to kind of join the service and volunteer, and then they'll get burnt out, or they just aren't interested anymore. Their lives get busy, and then we have to start that cycle again where we're putting out a plea, looking for community members to volunteer.
Altura Ambulance is training firefighters on emergency medical response. Even with their help, Romine says the city still needs more EMTs.
Without EMTs, our service will either have to run as a first responder service or it'll have to completely dissolve.
The agency is supposed to have 15 personnel. Right now, they have around 10. David Schwantz has been with Altura Ambulance for 40 years. Now that he's retired, he's volunteering more. He says finding volunteers wasn't always an issue.
Altura was a little more vibrant town 40 years ago. We had vibrant businesses in town, and so filling those daytime shifts especially were not that difficult, but yet it wasn't always that everybody had a job that they could just take off.
Romine says finding volunteers is tough, that the job is thankless, and that's not something they think about.
People don't think about us. We're just always there. They just assume that we'll be there, and so far we have, but that's not to say we will continue to be in the future if we don't get more EMTs.
In May, Governor Walz signed a bill bringing $30 million of emergency aid for departments. Romine tells me she would like to use that money to upgrade equipment or put more volunteers through EMR and EMT classes. Emily.
An issue a lot of rural communities are facing. Thank you, Jeremy. A Sparta veteran is sharing his story. We'll get a look into his memoir about his lifelong experience serving in the military.
And the good news is we have dry conditions finally for your Wednesday and actually seasonal temperatures. Unfortunately, it's not going to last. We do have some rain back in for the 4th and the 5th of July, too. We'll time it all out and show you what it looks like coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Save up to $500 on select mattresses. Plus pay 0% interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase on all in-store purchases. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
Our Constitution has given us more rights, freedoms, and prosperity than any country in history. Every 4th of July, we come together to celebrate those freedoms. But right now, we're a divided nation. We have to stop putting on the blue jersey or red jersey. Instead, put on the red, white, and blue jersey. Come together and get things done. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message.
Forget about scraping and painting, fretting and fixing, and enjoy the beauty and low maintenance of new siding, soffit, fascia, and gutters for your home. Seamless steel siding and vinyl siding in many colors. Enjoy outdoor living with a new deck and railing, with a pergola or patio cover for protection from rain or snow, or get protection from bugs and bad weather with a 3-season porch. Serving your neighbors for over 30 years, superior products, superior installation at prices lower than most others. Invest wisely. The Board Store Home Improvements prompt free estimates.
It's Red, White, and Bargains during Hy-Vee's 4-day sale this Monday through Thursday. 6-pack bottles of Pepsi products, just $2.99 each when you buy 4. Whole seedless watermelon, just $3.98 each. Fresh ground chuck, just $3.98 a pound. Ritz crackers or Chips Ahoy cookies, just $1.99. Our special recipe brats or patties, 10 for just $10. And Lay's kettle cooked rolled gold or munchies, just $1.99 each when you buy 4. Monday through Thursday, only at Hy-Vee.
Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Don't miss these mattress hot buys, now only $7.99. And get a free adjustable base upgrade with an Align by Ashley Sleep mattress purchase. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
A Sparta veteran is sharing his story of military service in a new memoir. Retired Colonel Ray Bolin spent 30 years as a U.S. Army officer and saw combat during the Vietnam War. He also served as Wisconsin Secretary of Veterans Affairs from 1992 until 2003. Bolin's unique story is told in his autobiography, When the Bugle Calls, a Soldier's Memoir. You can find it now on Amazon. Well, now let's send it over to our military guy here in the studio, Chief Meteorologist and Marine veteran Greg Barnhart, for our weather forecast.
Well, we do have July 4th coming up, and unfortunately, it's coming a day later. It would be great if it was tomorrow because the conditions would be great, but unfortunately, we do have more showers and thunderstorms in the picture. Now, still a lot of question marks on exactly how this is going to play out for the evening and afternoon, but definitely right now, prepare for some wet conditions on both locations. We'll kind of time it out as we get closer to the event. So overall, still dry tomorrow. That's the best news. Probably the best day of the 8 days is going to be tomorrow. Mid-80s where we should be. We do have rounds of storms on Thursday. Not going to be an all-day type rain. Unfortunately, the timing could be better as we go into the evening hours. And cloudy showers and cool on Friday. That won't be an all-day rain either, and I think less than thunderstorms, but it'll be cloudy and cool conditions. The good news tonight is we're going to lose the cloud cover as you wake up tomorrow morning, so conditions should be really nice. We'll be back in the 60s. Maybe a little patchy fog out there given all the precipitation that we had. It should burn off quickly. Then by the time we get to noon, plenty of sun. We should see temperatures well into the 70s to the 80s in the afternoon with a few clouds basically out there, but overall still plenty of sun. The clouds will start to pick up or at least increase as we go throughout the evening hour, but still 80 degrees, so it should be pleasant evening, dry evening too, and the precipitation will start approaching, but it's going to be really until we get to Thursday morning that we're going to start seeing a very complex system that's really not showing. It's going to go back and forth. Right now, there is one little wave that comes through about maybe the morning hour. That could change right now. I-90 northward, this could be showers and thunderstorms. This is a brief area. And then we're going to have to keep an eye on the afternoon hours. There will be breaks. We have potential for some stronger storms down in northeast Iowa. If we get some sun down there, that'll be the big story on Thursday if we get it. You can see that swing up, and then more activity really starts ramping up as the low gets closer to the area. I think that'll be the time frame in the evening hours. Basically from 6 to about 10 is when we could see showers and thunderstorms come through. If we get some daytime heating or sun coming out and the temperatures get up a little higher, then we will have to watch out for some stronger storms. If not, it's just going to come through. Unfortunately, this low wraps up and we are under the low, so a lot of cloud cover, a lot of showers going on throughout Friday. We might see some breaks in the afternoon. It won't be an all-day rain, but we will be cloudy and cool. Rain amounts, not expecting a lot. Well, that could change. This line is painting at about 1 to 2 inches up to the north along I-94 through about 11 p.m. Thursday. That could shift further south. So that's one thing we'll have to keep an eye on, further amounts of rainfall. But if this shifts further south, then obviously La Crosse would get more. So a lot of question marks going into Thursday on timing of the storms, but do definitely prepare for some white conditions going into Thursday evening if you got outdoor plans and, of course, with the fireworks going on. But for tonight, we're going to see clearing skies. That's the good news. You wake up with some sunshine. There could be some patchy fog, something to keep in mind with all the rainfall we've had. Otherwise, sunny conditions tomorrow, mostly mid-80s. basically right where we should be for this time of year. That's good news and low humidity. Unfortunately, the rain does come back in for Thursday. We'll see rounds. We'll kind of fine tune that as we get closer to it. And then Friday, more showers, probably not so much in the way of thunderstorms, cloudy conditions, cool conditions, and we dry out somewhat for the weekend, but it still remains active. So enjoy tomorrow because that's the best day probably of the 8-day forecast, and then we'll get a better idea what goes on with Thursday, especially Thursday evening and fireworks stuff.
Okay, and I have to apologize. Did I say the wrong military branch?
Yeah, it
for
was
you?
Air Force.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Okay.
Well, I'll accept that.
No, my apologies. All right, thank you, Greg. Coming up in sports, the Twins look to keep their winning ways going at Target Field. Plus a trade in the NBA today that T-Wolves fans may be interested in. Jacob is up next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
We need Katrina Shanklin in Congress.
She'll fight to restore women's rights to make our own healthcare decisions.
She'll use her experience to stop a national abortion ban.
And Katrina will protect our reproductive freedoms. I'm Katrina Shanklin, and I approve this message.
You know what frustrates me is seeing people who are 50, 60, even 70 years old who are worth less today than they were the day they were born. How does this happen? These folks never learned money management. I love talking about money management at Firefighters Credit Union, so if you'd like to learn more, please give me a call.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Lane's Farm and Fleet's 4th of July sale is going on now, so celebrate and save with great summer deals throughout the store. Like men's work and sport pocket tees, $12.99. Rewards members save an extra $2. 36-pound bags of Estate Lawn Fertilizer, $29.99. And select dog treats are on sale, 20% off. In a rush? Place your orders online at farmandfleet.com and pick your items up in our convenient drive-thru in just 1 hour.
Find value at Lane's Farm and Fleet.
Transform your home's exterior and boost curb appeal with River Valley Remodelers Next Generation Siding. Ascend Composite Cladding combines the look of real wood with superior performance, offering durability, energy efficiency, and foam backing. This first-of-its-kind solution ensures beauty, performance, and easy installation. For every siding job booked now until July 31st, we'll be donating $500 to the ORA Bike Playground Project right here in West Salem. River Valley Remodelers. Improve your home, build our community.
When my family's water was contaminated, Katrina Shanklin got to work. She worked with the governor and fixed the problem. My family can now drink our water thanks to her. I'm really grateful for that.
I'm Katrina Shanklin, and I approve this message.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
Well, last night was a game that got away from the Brewers. After battling back multiple times to take the lead late, they squandered that cushion, ended up losing to the Rockies in extras in a game that saw 27 hits. A lot less offense tonight in the matchup in Denver. Second game of the 4-game set from the Mile High City, and the Crews strike first. Sal Frelick throws his bat out at the curveball, loops one into left. That gets down, and Milwaukee goes up by 1. Rockies will get 2 in the second to go up on top. But then in the 7th, Bryce Terang hits a big league pop out to shallow right. Easy play, right? No, that is going to fall. Whether it got lost in the lights or was bad communication, it does fall. Wild way to even this one up, but at last check, 2-2 in the 8th. Twins back home after a 9-game road trip out west. 3rd inning, no score in this one, and Royce Lewis does double in this one, and we'll get to that one in just later there. So this one is the Bucks' new players being introduced today, and that is a good sign between A.J. Johnson and Tyler Smith. They had a lot of good things to say about the organization, and they are going to be loving their time in Milwaukee. All right, here we go. The Loggers now next. In this one, it was a rainy game. This one was an hour and a half late due to the rain, but Lacrosse would get it back going early in this one. Luke Anderson scores on the wild pitch. That was the theme of the first inning for the Moondogs. Zach Watt is still up. Another one. Luke Davis scores. Command was an issue. Loggers not complaining. Then Timon Long sends one to left field to score the 3rd run of the inning for the home side. Ryan Kucherak crosses home easily. And then you're not going to believe it, but yeah, coming up here, another wild pitch. Now Wattis, who was up earlier for those two, comes home to score. And in the final regular season of the game of the first half, the Loggers are leading the Moondogs 6-2 in the 4th. All right, let's get to those Bucks now. Well, the 2 picks by the Bucks in the 2024 draft were introduced today in Milwaukee. A.J. Johnson, Tyler Smith, newest members of a team poised to get back to the top of the mountain in the NBA. And what a set of emotions for these 2 19-year-olds, talented and now blessed with a chance to play for one of the best franchises in the association, but also facing a room full of people, cameras, microphones, and questions. The theme was simple, though. The youngsters are looking to make plays, and the Bucks' many talented veterans are going to help them grow and get better. Hopefully they can contribute a bit this season, too.
I'm a part of a winning culture and just like a great coach, great teammates, and I'm just really excited to just like learn from them.
We have a lot of great vets around us. We're 19 years old. We have a lot of time to develop here, and I feel like we're going to get better fast. So just keep working and just see what happens.
Continue to expect to see Johnson and Smith during their NBA Summer League, which begins from Milwaukee on Saturday, July 13th against the Chicago Bulls. And it was reported a couple of hours ago that Kyle Anderson will be now sporting some new threads next year as the T-Wolves and Warriors agreed upon a sign-and trade. Minnesota will receive a future second-round pick swap and cash in return for the playmaking forward. Anderson spent the last 2 years in Minneapolis. He averaged 6.4 points per game, 4.2 assists, and 3.5 rebounds in the 2023-24 season. After the NBA salary cap numbers were revealed on Sunday, it was thought the T-Wolves may have to cut ties with Anderson. So we got some NBA news, got some all-star stuff for the MLB, and then we got some WNBA news. Caitlin Clark, leading vote getter for the WNBA All-Star game. How cool is that?
Nice. Oh, yeah. When does that take place?
Very cool. It's going to, I think, next week or two. It's going to be for that one. 900,000 votes she got.
Wow.
The top one last year was like 95,000.
Oh,
so
I believe it.
That
What
is,
she's done
I mean,
for that league.
so many girls, so many women just getting so many more votes and so much attention. It's awesome.
Oh, absolutely. And I have to say this again, like her and I share a birthday, January 22nd. She's number 22, my favorite number 2. So we've got a thing, me and Caitlin Clark.
Love it.
Okay, we'll have more news right after this.
To me, it's the worst thing a parent can face. My daughter was pregnant and she was about to lose her baby. Because of the extreme abortion ban in her state, we were about to lose her as well. Doctors were not even allowed to help Mandy until she was near death. I'm conservative, but that makes no sense. An extreme abortion ban almost killed my daughter. A national abortion ban would be devastating for all families.
Join today's shoppers as they explore Sweet Valley Artisans.
There's so many good things here. How do you pick just one?
You don't.
I've been looking for someone to hang in my garage. What about this? Or this?
Vintage clothing and accessories? Let's check it out. Have you found anything yet? Yeah?
I'm getting hungry just looking at this. I know what you mean.
Stop in and find your treasure today.
Enjoy time with your family by financing your adventurous side with Union State Bank. Whether you are looking to finance your dream home, boat, snowmobile, UTV, vehicle, or camper, we can make your dreams become a reality. Contact one of our lenders in West Salem or Black River Falls for all your loan financing needs. Make life even more enjoyable by banking with Union State Bank. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
For over 40 years, La Crosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
Jolivet Family Farms Homegrown Goodness. Stop by today for some homegrown raspberries, kohlrabi, onions, baby red potatoes, carrots, popcorn, and so much more. Pick your own raspberries daily from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Also available in the market. Check for availability. Find distinctive crafts and decor. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, or pies from our homemade bakery. Only at Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
A pregnant woman in Minnesota couldn't make it to the hospital before her child was ready to enter the world. Caroline Cummings shows us why her family calls it a surreal full circle moment.
It's not the 911 call St. Louis Park police officer Maddie Turnquist expected that night shift.
We are not taught how to deliver babies, no.
Helping deliver a baby wasn't part of the job description when she took an oath to protect and serve her community. But she answered the call, and to doctors too.
We had a doctor on the phone who was actually walking us through it and helping, so I was focused on that and on the mom, and then making sure the baby cried when it came out and everything to make sure it was breathing.
It sounds like mom and baby and dad are doing okay.
They are. Mom and dad and baby are doing just fine.
Theo made his big debut in the backseat of his parents' car. His proud grandpa, John Tragi, says it was clear someone was watching over him and his parents, Caitlin and Mike.
His hand was on in that delivery. And I guess I just felt compelled to share that part of the story with the chief.
Tragi himself was an officer in the St. Cloud Police Department, but that's not where the law enforcement ties end. He came into his daughter Caitlin's life 28 years ago after his wife and Caitlin's mother, Wendy, lost her husband, St. Joseph police officer Brian Kleinfelter. He was shot and killed while trying to stop a liquor store robbery. Caitlin was just months old. It's another reason why they're so grateful for the officers who helped bring Theo into the world.
The Kleinfelter family, our family, Caitlin, we've all been blessed so many different ways. Maybe it's just giving people a little bit of hope.
Our baby is a little careful. Copy, baby, it's been more than 2020.
When you call, we're going to show up.
A story that family is never going to forget. Baby Theo's family couldn't stress enough how grateful they were that the officers rushed into action like they did. Greg will have one final look at your forecast when we come back.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Our Constitution has given us more rights, freedoms, and prosperity than any country in history. Every 4th of July, we come together to celebrate those freedoms. But right now, we're a divided nation. We have to stop putting on the blue jersey or red jersey. Instead, put on the red, white, and blue jersey. Come together and get things done. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. I'm proud to be an American.
I'm sure it's got to be frustrating for somebody to show up at their hearing place and they're closed, or maybe they can't get in for a while. Even if you didn't get your hearing aids with us, we'd be happy to take a look at them. We service and repair many different makes and models of hearing aids.
If your hearing aid is still under warranty, we can do some warranty work for you there, even if you didn't get them from us.
If you are looking for a new hearing center, we've been here for a long time and we take all insurances.
Better Hearing Center on Alaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
Don't sweat the prices this summer at Black River Furniture Outlet. Stop in and try out our new Poly Outdoor. Bottom prices on top quality fan back, rollback, and swivel gliders. Love seats, pub seats, side tables, and more. Shop rustic cabin furniture handcrafted from real wood, perfect for any home. Accent with chair sides, lamps, and a huge selection of rugs. Finish up in the bed shed and browse different styles for any size. Storage beds and bunk beds available. Celebrating 30 years of community and business. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
It's not very often a fella gets to offer the best products in the marketplace at a price lower than most others. When I look at this beautiful showroom, when I consider the quality of our products and the team of 80 exceptional professionals, we should be higher priced, but we're not. If you have any doubts for your next home improvement project, you should contact the Board Store today. It's not all the sales and discounts, it's the bottom line that counts, and you'll get no better bottom line than at the Board Store Home Improvements.
Join the conversation at facebook.com/news8000. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
All
right, tomorrow we could start out with some morning fog, something to keep in mind of, given if we do clear out and all the moisture that we have too. Otherwise, once it burns off, we should be plenty good. Mid-80s, which is kind of right where we should be for both locations this time of year. The good news, low humidity with a west breeze. It should be a great day. Unfortunately, it does turn a little bit worse for the 4th of July. We're timing out rounds of thunderstorms, potentially could impact the fireworks. Friday looks cool, showery, and the weekend, Saturday okay, Sunday more rain coming back too. So overall, we'll time out the precipitation on Thursday better. I got some hopes that maybe it won't impact it, but for right now,
Not
the
too
evening
bad.
does.
Why can't we have tomorrow's day for the July?
Yeah.
I know,
Why can't
unfortunately,
you do
it's
some magic
not.
and switch it around?
I wish it was.
Right?
I wish it was.
Put out
It's
to
not
the
that
universe. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us at 10. We'll see you tomorrow.